Howdy, so let's have a look at solving quadratic inequalities. If you have a look, these are our normal quadratic equations. Instead of having equals, we've got greater than, equal to signs, etc. So what we've got, here's our quadratic equation. We want to find the values of x where all of this is less than 0. So the easiest way to do this is to do a quick graph. Now, we've been doing the x-intercepts and quickly drawing. So if I find the x-intercepts using this, so I rearrange that to get my x-intercept, rearrange that, put that equal to 0, rearrange it, put that equal to 0 and rearrange it. So my where's my pen? X-intercept will be x equals -4 and x equals -3. When I rearrange that, take that over, I get them. Now, I'm going to draw a very quick graph. So I've got my -4 and my -3. There we go. Okay, so I want all the values where this is less than 0. So these are the values that it's greater than 0. These are the values where it's less than 0. So I'm going to do an open circle and highlight this. Why am I doing an open circle? Because that is a less than. Okay, so these are all the values of x where it's y is less than 0. So it's here. So how do I write that? So my solution is simply written as -4, that, x, and -3. So this is my solution. So it's telling me that x is in between -4 and -3. So there it is there. Now, before I go on to the next one, if I have x plus 4, x plus 3, this time is greater than or equal to 0. So I know my x-intercepts and I've got my graph, so do my graph again. Okay, and I know that that's -4 and that's -3. So if I was to want the values that are greater than or equal to 0, so that means I want these values up here. So all the values of x where it's greater than, so I want that one. I'm going to colour in the circle because I've put an equal sign there. Okay, so it's got coloured in circles because that's a greater than or equal to. So how would I write that if my solution is -4 this way? So what my solution would be, I'd have to write x is less than or equal to -4. Okay, so that's telling me all the values of x are less than -4 because I'm going that way. So my other one would be this side, x is greater than or equal to -3 because all my values are going this way, so it's like greater than that way. So hopefully that makes sense. Now if we jump down and look at f, so f is 7 minus 2x, and 2x minus 3 is, greater than or equal to 0. Rightio, so this is what we've got to look out for. See how it's got a negative in front of the x there? So this is slightly different. It's rearranged that's negative. Now if I expanded all of that out, I would get a negative x squared. So I'd end up with a negative x squared, so I know this is flipped. Okay, so I know this is going to be a flipped graph, so I'm keeping that there to remind me. So I've got to find my x-intercepts. So if I rearrange this equation, put that equal to 0, okay, I would take my 7 over to that side, becomes the -7, divide by -2, so I'd end up with 7 over 2 because the two negatives cancel out. If I rearrange this one, I get my 3 over to that side, so it's +3 divided by 2, so I get 3 over 2. Rightio, so there's my two x-intercepts. Now, whoops, if I draw my graph, I'm going to have 3 over 2 here. I'm going to have 7 over 2 here. Now it's a flip graph, so, whoops, I missed the lines, but I'll go with it for now. So, it's not very neat, but this is going to be greater than or equal to 0. So I want all of these values where it's going to be greater than 0. So that is this part here. And I'm going to colour in my circles because it was a greater than and equal to. So how would I write my solution? My solution would be, it's in between 3 over 2 x and 7 over 2. So this is telling me that x is in between 3 over 2 and 7 over 2, and it's equal to. So that's how I write that part there. Obviously, if it was a less than here, then I would do a similar thing and put it that one and write it like that. So hopefully that helps you. I've done it very quickly, but see how you go.